Many exotic dancers, when stepping into the industry for the first time, can find it a push out of their comfort zone. Let's be right, getting your clothes off for complete strangers isn't an easy task, especially when you're asking them to pay you for it. I'm Lexi Lou. I've been an exotic dancer for 10 years, and if you permit me, I'd love to share with you a story about how I pushed myself out of my comfort zone in a 20-second experience doing a naked bungee jump. So it all started when I was living in Greece. I was out at a bar, well, it was like an outdoor club bar, with a couple of my friends. We were sitting in the pool, chilling out, drinking cocktails, and the music was blaring around us, and everyone was partying and dancing, and we were just chilling and like having a chat. And one of my friends, she was actually telling me about the reasons why she'd moved to Greece, and it was to push herself out of her comfort zone. And this was the first time I'd heard the term pushing yourself out your comfort zone. So we was talking, and it seems that she was afraid of heights. And funny enough, what was behind us but a bungee jump. So I asked her, I said, if you're really here to push yourself out of your comfort zone, why don't you go and do the bungee jump? So somehow we ended up daring each other to go and do this bungee jump. A few cocktails later, we're like, yeah, why not? Anyway, as we're walking over, they realised that it didn't really push me out of my comfort zone. Like, I'm not scared of heights, and I'll do anything that someone asks. Mind you, I shouldn't really say that on the camera because you guys are probably going to ask me to do some really random daring stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'll try anything once. But yeah, so jumping off a platform into the abyss from an elastic band didn't really push me that much out of my comfort zone. So they decided to up the notch, up the ante, and suggest that I did it naked. Now, as you can imagine, things that were going through my head at that point, as I've just been dared to do a naked bungee jump, and what did I say? I will try anything once, and I'm always up for a challenge and a dare. So there's no backing out for me. I can't go back on what I said. So here we go. I'm about to go do a naked bungee jump. So we walk up to the guys that are running the bungee jump, and my friend said, "Look, we've dared Lexi to do this naked bungee jump. Is that okay with you?" And the guy looked at us, gone out, thinking, "Is this a joke or something?" And he's like, "If you're serious, if she does it naked, I'll give it her free." And I'm thinking, well, there you go, bonus. That's what pushing your comfort zone does. I get the bungee jump for free. Anyway, so somehow I managed to persuade that all the girls did the naked bungee jump, and we did it as a team. So they agreed. So stripping off our clothes at the bottom of the lift that takes you up into obviously the platform. It's like a crane, not a crane, but one of them things that you find on a building site. And we're taking off all our clothes, and we're going up to the platform. And as the higher and higher we get, the more I'm thinking, oh my God, what have I let myself in for? Downstairs at the bottom, there's all these people. They're pointing at us, they're taking photos, and they're like, "What the hell are these girls doing?" Thankfully, we'd had a few cocktails, so I was feeling a little bit okay about the situation. And when we get to the top, we decide that I'm going first. Of course, I'm game for that. Why not? Dive me in. So the guy's talking to me about all these rules and regulations and everything that obviously I need to listen to, as he straps on the harness that goes on your feet, and it's heavy harness, and it ties the bottoms of your feet together, and that's basically the only safety that you've got. This connected to this big piece of elastic, and that's about it. And then you're just praying for your life. And as he's putting on this harness, he's explaining to me the safety, the rules, and I automatically realised that I went straight back into my head, and I started to panic, and I was thinking, all these things started coming over me about, why am I doing this? I don't need to prove it, and what if I plummet to my death, or oh my God, everyone's looking at me and I'm naked. And I realised, how many times in the strip club do we sit there and make an excuse why not to approach the customer? We sit there like, oh, just after this next drink. Oh no, what if he says no? oh no, that girl's already been over and he said no to her, so it doesn't mean that he's going to say yeah to me. Making up all this bullshit that just pops into our head and taking ourselves back into our comfort zone where we know it's safe. And I realised at that moment, if I stayed here on this platform for one more second, I wasn't going to do it. I was going to talk myself out of it. So literally, mid-through sentence, as my instructor was telling me to dive headfirst from the platform, I'm at the edge with my toes curled over, shimmied forward with this harness on my ankles, and I dive feet first and down into the abyss, hanging over the sea, free falling. As I hit the bottom of the elastic and it stretches, and I dive, flying back up into the air, and it no longer mattered. I'd done it, and it was exhilarating, and I didn't care, and my bits were hanging all over the place, and people were taking photos, and I was naked, free falling, and it no longer mattered, and I'd done it, and I'd taken that leap of faith, and it was amazing, and I was screaming and laughing, and it felt awesome. And the crazy thing is what I realised is, from that moment on, how many times that I'd stopped myself and stayed in my comfort zone and not pushed myself further, and how many times that I talked myself out of approaching that customer, and all I had to do was dive feet first and know that life was going to take care of me. If you've had any experiences where you stepped out of your comfort zone, a little like my bungee jump story, I would love to hear from you. So please feel free to write your experiences below and add some comments, or perhaps you've never really pushed yourself out of your comfort zone. And then if that's the case, I invite you to do that today. Do something. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be a big deal, but take that first leap. Jump in, feet first, and know that life's going to take care of you. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so I can show you some more, share with you more stories.